This is a Phantom Thoughts RPG a Day 2025 episode. For this year, for RPG a Day, I will attempt to use the prompts to create elements of an adventure module. So hopefully by the end of the month, I'll have everything you need that you put together party characters and go on an adventure. RPG a Day 2025 Day 30 Experience. Focus on the journey, not the destination. The real treasure was the friends we made along the way. These are a couple of pretty famous quotes that you hear often about particularly experiencing the world around you. Now, experience in RPGs is mostly a mechanic. It's mechanical. It's whether it's, points that you accumulate to cash in for a new level, a level-based RPG, or incrementally used to improve or add skills to a PC. But there is also the experience the players gain, learning the ins and outs of the campaign world in general, or the particulars of a given dungeon or quest or goal that they are pursuing or planning to pursue. Part of this adventure will be the players and PCs, through their PCs, gaining experience in the personalities and the factions in the city-state. I really need to think of a name for that, city-state. But there will also be, since this is an RPG adventure, mechanical experience that the PCs gain. And this is looking to be an adventure with some high-level monsters and situations with a commensurate amount of treasure if it's being set up for a system where the only way to earn gold, earn XP, is with some type of value in gold, where you have to always find a way to equate what the PCs accomplish with a gold value, or find a way to hand them gold for accomplishing something in order for them to get experience points. So one of the things that fits into the both categories really of the experience that PCs can obtain in an adventure are magic items. And the reason I say this is because in addition to having some sort of an XP value in a game like D&D, that acquiring those items give the players XP, there's also the matter of, if these magic items are in the possession of an intelligent creature that can use them, then the PCs are going to experience the magic items themselves potentially, and also there could be rumors of these magic items because they were lost to these creatures in some way or form in the area, maybe in the most recent past, so people remember them. It may be that there are signs that they're being used that the PCs could have. They could experience seeing that. Maybe they experience seeing the creatures themselves, if they're a creature that they encounter in the wilderness and then later on track down. So we do have some intelligent creatures in the former Lamia Noble's lair, and so what we can do here is look at the type of treasure that they have and roll up and see, do they possess any magic items that they could potentially use, and what those magic items are. So we have the Shadoo, which according to the monster manual has treasure type G. And then we have the Coatl, another lawful good creature, and it has treasure types B and I. And then of course we have the Mind Flayer, which we know has the Orb of Lightning and the Glass of the Cosmos, because that's part of what the players are being sent to retrieve, and also has treasure types B, S, T, and X. And then we have the Tao, which does not have a treasure type, so it doesn't have any treasure. And while I'm flipping to the treasure type table, one thing that the other three that do have treasure have in common is they also have psionic powers. And while these might not leave any outside indications that they have these, if we have any PCs that have psionics, or maybe even if we don't, maybe we just have very intelligent PCs, they might experience something akin to recognizing what they are up against or what they're about to be in the presence of before they reach this creature, one of these creatures. But we have some lovely treasure tables here, and we're going to see if these creatures have any kind of magic items. So the Shadoo treasure type G for maps or magic, there is a 35% chance of any 4 plus 1 scroll. So let's get with the roll here, and we get a 28. So yes, there will be some magic in that treasure. All right, the Coatl D and I. For D, it's a 15% chance of any 2 plus 1 potion, and I is a 15% chance of any 1. So let's start with I. 76, that's a nay. And for the D, 06 is a yes. So there will be a treasure type D magic in there. And the Mind Flayer has B, which is 10% sword, armor, or miscellaneous weapon. 88, that's a no. S is 40% of 2 to 8 potions. That's 16, so that's a yes. T is a 50% chance of 1 to 4 scrolls. 54%, not good enough. And then finally, X is a 60% chance of 1 miscellaneous magic plus 1 potion. And that's going to be an 8%, so that will be a yes. So no on the scrolls and no on the weapon or armor, but yes on potions and 1 miscellaneous magic item. So let's see, how many potions? 2 to 8, rolling a d4 twice. We get a 3 and a 1. And then plus the 1 from the X will give us a total of 5 potions. 5 potions and 1 miscellaneous magic. So jumping over to the treasure tables here in Unearthed Arcana. For the Shadoo, we'll do the scroll first. It's on the first table of scrolls, 2 of 2 possible. And it's going to be an 88, which is protection from petrification. And then 4 rolls for any potential magic. I guess I should roll to see if there's also the potential for maps as well, because this is maps or magic, any 4. So I'll have to go to the Dungeon Master's Guide for that. So there's only a 10% chance of maps on each of these rolls. So we got a 27, we got a 41, we got a 21, and we got an 89. So these are all magic items. So we get a 37, that's a ring. We get a 41, that is a rod, staff, or wand. We get a 60, that is miscellaneous magic. And we get a 52, that is miscellaneous magic. So 2 miscellaneous magic, a ring, and a rod, staff, or wand. So first for the rings, we'll be rolling on the second table of rings. And that table is going to give us, with an 82, a ring of sustenance. And then our rod, staff, or wand, it's going to give us a 94. That's going to be the second table of that one as well. The first table is rods and staves. The second table is wands. So we're going to get a wand. And we're going to get, with a 43, a wand of illusion. So I think that would probably be useful to a Shadoo. Let's see, does it say? It says it can only be used by a magic user. Does Shadoo use magic? I know they have psionics. They do not have magic. They are psionic creatures. So I'm going to say can't use it since he's not a magic user. It requires a magic user to use it. All right. The other two items are miscellaneous magic items. We're going to go with, there are potentially 7 tables. We're going to go to the third table with a 42. And we're going to go to the 7th table with a 90. So now we'll go to the third table. We'll get a 95. I'm sorry, that's 85. I gotta learn to read dice. It's a portable hole. It's a portable hole. And then the 7th table, 31, is the Philosopher's Stone. I don't remember a lot about the Philosopher's Stone in D&D. So Philosopher's Stone has to be cracked open, and there's quicksilver inside that can either turn iron to silver or lead to gold one time. And there's potential for other substances that can produce potions of longevity or mix with a potion of longevity to restore a human or demi-human to life. Moving on to the Coatl, we have a potion. We'll roll on the second table of potions, and with a 42, we're going to get oil of elemental invulnerability. And then 2 of any. So let's roll to see if there are maps. 65, no. 91, no. So we're going to get 43, another rod, staff, or wand. And with a 46, a miscellaneous magic item. Rod, staff, or wand. We'll be rolling the first table this time. And the miscellaneous magic item. With an 85, we're going to roll on the 6th table. So the rod or staff, which is what this table is, will be a staff of the serpent, which can normally only be used by a cleric, but a Coatl is part serpent, so I'm going to say you can use it. I don't think that's out of line. And then table 6 on the miscellaneous magic items, we're going to get O2 Amulet versus Undead. A useful item, but not against PCs. Unless you generate undead PCs. All right. Mind Flayer, 5 potions and 1 miscellaneous magic. So let's do the miscellaneous magic, and I'll roll the potions later. It's a little longer than I want to go on. All right. Table 1 of miscellaneous magic items. So we're going to roll on table 1. Scroll. And table 1, we roll a 45 Boots of Levitation. So certainly I think the Mind Flayer will be able to use those. So that may actually create some interesting signs if they see footprints on the ceiling. Or maybe handprints where the boots levitate him and he moves with his hands. Or maybe no footprints at all, as the Mind Flayer just kind of hovers around everywhere it goes. That would allow for some surprise. So it should be quite an experience for the PCs encountering these creatures with these magic items. The opening theme of this podcast was Strength of the Titans, and the closing music is Late Night Radio, both from Kevin MacLeod at Incompetech.com, licensed under Creative Commons by Attribution 4.0 license. If you have any thoughts or feedback, you can get in touch with me by leaving me a voice message on my Google Voice number, 864-209-1441. That's 864-209-1441. or through SpeakPipe at www.speakpipe.com/Phantom Thoughts. That's www.speakpipe.com/Phantom Thoughts. Or you can send me a message or an audio file on Discord, where I can be found the Pink Phantom, or through email, phantomthoughtspodcast@gmail.com. That's phantomthoughtspodcast@gmail.com. I don't have to play or read your feedback on the podcast if that is not your preference. Just let me know.